In my previous video, I discussed and analyzed how AP classes have deteriorated over the past decades. This naturally leads to the question, is it even worth taking AP classes? Or more specifically, will the effort you put into AP classes return you with the reward you imagine? To begin with, the worth taking AP classes is dependent on two factors, you and your school, or more specifically, what you want and what your high school is like. So let's start off with you. If you want to get into a prestigious university, then there are several factors to take into consideration. Elite colleges and universities will expect you to take AP classes if you want any chances of admission. This is due to the reality that AP classes have been recognized for their academic rigor and tend to be the hardest classes in high school. According to PrepScholar.com and CollegeTransitions.com, the following are what elite schools are looking for in students relating to AP classes. You're taking the toughest classes at your high school. Elite universities look for students who have challenged themselves. They want to see that you have the work ethics and drive needed to keep up with the rigor at the university or college. You took full advantage of the academic opportunities in your school. Whether your high school provides 12 AP classes or 5 AP classes, or even no AP classes at all doesn't matter. Elite schools recognize that students come from different backgrounds and opportunities. They want to see that you thoroughly challenged yourself within the resources available to you, which means taking the hardest classes your school offers. AP classes are core classes. Prestigious schools would rather you take core classes like math, English, social studies, science, and foreign language. AP classes align with your interests and/or goals. This ties into the previous point. Prestigious schools don't want to see that you just filled your schedule with AP classes for the sake of having more AP classes. They want to see that you're challenging yourself in the subjects that you like and that align with your academic goals. Remember, elite schools want students to take advantage of their opportunities in the context of pursuing one's interests. Number of AP classes you took depending on the amount given at school. Elite schools will look at how many AP classes you took compared to the AP classes available to you at your high school. For instance, take Kermit and Miss Piggy for example. Kermit attends to a high school that offers 9 AP classes, while Miss Piggy's high school provides 6 AP classes. They both took 3 AP courses by the end of high school, yet Miss Piggy was favored over Kermit in the admissions process. In the lens of student character, Miss Piggy seems more inclined to challenge herself with the resources available to her than Kermit. Even though they both took the same numbers of AP classes, in the context of numbers, Miss Piggy took half of the AP classes available, while Kermit took 1/3 of the AP classes offered. So in comparison to Miss Piggy, Kermit did not take enough advantage of the academics offered to him. You compare to your peers and how balanced you are. When comparing students from the same high school, prestigious schools will see how much each student will stack up to one another. During this process, the student's overall academic balance is important. For example, Kyle and Eric are high schoolers. They both attend the same high school that offers up to 8 AP classes. Kyle's interested in pursuing a humanities major in college, so he only takes AP classes that relate to humanities. Eric, on the other hand, wants to pursue a business major in college, so he takes AP courses useful in business but adds on extra AP classes in the hopes to increase his chances of admission. When both of them applied for admission to the same prestigious school, Kyle was accepted while Eric was rejected. In this scenario, observe the other factors that caused Kyle to be chosen above Eric. First, if you look at the overall activities and classes Kyle and Eric participated in, there's a clear distinction. Kyle is more invested and focused on classes and activities related to his interest. If we take a look at his extracurricular activities, they align with his interests in the humanities. In contrast, although Eric shows a strong presence in the high school through his involvement in the student body, especially for having been the student council president, the overall activities he participated in isn't specifically related to business. Hence, while making a decision on what AP classes are worth taking, it is extremely important to make sure that AP classes align with your academic goals and interests. Remember, prestigious schools look for intensity over extensity. Here's the big news. You don't need to take AP classes to become a doctor or lawyer. Oh yes, I said it. You do not need AP classes to become a doctor or lawyer. And the reason is simple. Because what determines if you will enter med school to be a doctor is the MCAT and the LSAT for law school. So say you want to be a doctor. You first need to get into a pre-med program or be on a pre-med track, which means taking classes required to apply for medical school and to prepare you for the MCAT. Your MCAT score will determine whether you'll be accepted into the med school of your choice. Notice that nothing in this path mentions a need for AP classes. You can attend a variety of colleges, low-end to high-end, to take courses for pre-med. Afterwards, the most important aspect is to score well on the MCAT. However, it is highly recommended that you do take AP classes in high school because, as PrepScholar.com states, it is a very competitive field, and if you want to get into a good med school or law school, you should start early on in your student path to prepare yourself. Plus, taking AP classes would expose you to rigorous academic settings early on. I also want to add, even if you score low on the MCAT or LSAT, there are many low-end med and law schools available. So in a nutshell, you can become a doctor or a lawyer without taking AP classes, but you won't be getting that extra prestigious title of graduating from the top school and forming powerful connections within those schools. To be competitive among your peers, you first need to see how you measure up to your peers. Similar to the situation of if you want to attend a prestigious school, you need to take as many AP classes as your peers, participate in clubs or sports that interest you. So yeah, there isn't really much to say here. In this scenario of if you want to challenge yourself, then you need to figure out how you want to be challenged. AP classes are a good option if you're looking for rigor in a particular subject. However, AP classes are standardized and heavily structured. You will not have much freedom in exploring or experimenting within an AP class curriculum. So what other options do you have? Well, you have to be willing to operate outside of the box. For example, I love discussing ideas and possibilities. I genuinely relish any opportunity to independently analyze and think about politics, philosophy, and anything really. So I've tried a debate club, but the club didn't really last because no one in that club was serious about ideas and the club itself lacked structure, so whenever we met up we didn't really do much. Then I had my honors English class, which was also boring. And currently I'm taking AP Lang, which for now, albeit school just started, is not that challenging for me either. Another important factor for me was my personality and preference. I realized that I don't like to deal with people because I want to have my autonomy and I don't enjoy group activities in general. For this reason, I don't like clubs, sports, and any activities that require me to heavily socialize. I prefer to work independently with my own agenda and rigor. So, a teacher who I love suggested that I should create a YouTube channel as an outlet. Initially, I was hesitant because I've never made a video before. And when I finally decided to make a YouTube video, it was hard. And when I say it was hard, I mean I had crisis moments, people. I didn't really know what I was doing in the beginning, so I had to figure it out as I was making the video. I had to critically think, research, script, video edit, and organize everything by myself. The whole process was like a jungle. But I felt refreshed. I've been so bored, like for real bored, and the pressure, rigor, and excitement of making the video was very satisfying. Long explanation short, if you want the most rigor, understand your personality and preference, then decide whether AP classes will be worth your time. If not, just find a platform or space that fits you. To summarize, when you're trying to figure out the worth of AP classes, the most important question is, what is the vision or end goal you want to fulfill through AP classes? And will AP classes fulfill your goals? Additional factors to keep in mind with regards to AP classes are the restrictions put in place for the AP curriculum. Since AP classes are standardized, it is extremely structured. So if you're looking for a rigorous but flexible class, AP classes are not what you're looking for. Be aware of other advanced educational opportunities, like the dual enrollment program or honors class. Just because the class is AP, doesn't mean that the AP class is always going to be better than the honors class next door. In some cases, the honors or the alternative hard classes offered are better than AP classes. This is especially true in the upper private schools. For example, in 2018, 8 private schools in the Washington, D.C. area made an announcement together to eliminate AP classes from their curricula because, quote, collectively, we believe a curriculum oriented towards collaborative, experimental, and interdisciplinary learning will not only better prepare students for college and their professional futures, but also result in a more engaging programs for both students and faculty. We expect this approach will appeal to the students' innate curiosity, increase their motivation, and fuel their love of learning. So basically, these rich high schools figured out that AP classes are usually boring for students and drain the joy out of the subjects. Okay, that was an exaggeration, but you get my point. Also from experience, when I was a freshman, I took a pre-AP English and History block class that had a reputation for being the hardest class in my school. And while I was working at my part-time job with other upper-class students in high school, they said that compared to AP Lang and other AP history classes, pre-AP was much harder. And this is because there is way more freedom and flexibility for the teacher in these types of honor classes, where there's no curriculum that dictates what and when to teach the material, so it's mostly up to the teacher to make and provide class curriculum. Luckily, I had a wonderful pre-AP teacher, so she made the class experience both rigorous and full quality experiences. To sum up, just make sure you know what you're signing up for when you choose to take AP classes. Do your research and define your goals for why you want to take the AP class. Finally, make sure you know the reputation and quality of the AP classes in your school. Although the AP curriculum used by high schools across the nation may be the same, depending on the teacher's skill and teaching style, the experience and outcome you'll have from the AP classes will differ. To figure this out, just ask around your high school what experiences past students from the AP class of your interest had, and talk to the teacher who provides the AP class to ask questions on whether their class is fit for you. Another factor to look out for is the number of students in the AP class. Some schools have a large population of students to the point of where each AP class will have 25 to 30 or even more students, which would degrade the quality of your AP class experience. Thanks for watching to the end. In my next video, I will cover the pros and cons of AP classes